And that's KC and the Sunshine Band. Give it up. It's Throwback Thursday. How to throw this one in there? Oh man, I love it. And I hope you are having a great time here on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm Lexis Bill, and our drive chat is proudly brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. Bell Beverages, refreshing the nation, and DSPLC. You know, MTN wants you to know that you can still bring some life to your coloring back tone with some of your favorite music. Yeah, if you enjoy high life, hip hop, hip life, R&B, gospel, then all you have to do is dial *1355 hash to choose from a wide range of music options, and that's it. Everyone who calls you gets to listen and dance to your favorite music too. Get a dope coloring back tone today and enjoy life only on MTN. And I told you the other day, look, Bell Beverages are making 2022 a lot more exciting with the Bell Chill and Win promotion. Simply buy bottles of your favorite Bell Beverages products like Tamarinda, Bell Cola, Puka, Big Boss, Squeeze, Breeze, Bell Malt, and more. Remove at least 20 labels, put them in an envelope with your name and contact. Drop them at any Bell Beverages depot or accredited distributor across the country, and customers with the highest entries will automatically win fantastic prizes in the Bell Chill and Win monthly rewards announced on radio, TV, and social media. And the prizes include home furniture, appliances, hampers of Bell products, shopping vouchers, and the grand prize is a Kia Picanto car. Bell Chill and Win. Everyone is a winner. For more information, you can call 0544-335-800 or 0544-335-900. Follow Bell Beverages on all social media platforms. T's and C's apply. Bell Beverages are now available on Jumia Ghana. Bell Beverages, refreshing the nation. And this advert is FDA approved.
Drive time on Joy with Lexis Bill.
I mentioned earlier, we get to hang out with Ghanaian-American philanthropist turned beauty queen, Dr. Ellen Osei James. She continues to bring hope to women, youth, families, and less privileged through her charity projects in Africa. And she's in Ghana. And we thought, hey, why not catch up with her and get to know what she's up to? Yeah. She's a mother of 4 and was crowned, Mrs. New Jersey America 2021. She's launched a program, the Super Role Models program as well. She's the co-founder of Raising Hope, a non-profit organization that has provided resources that enhance quality of life to orphans and families in USA, Ghana, Nigeria, Bahamas, Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Canada. And she's here in the studio with me. Hello, Doc. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm well. How are you?
You look well, actually.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for coming by. And how's Ghana treating you?
Amazing. Anytime I come to Ghana, I always say my skin feels so wonderful. The glow is definitely popping. So
well, that's good for you, isn't it? Anyway, I'm so glad you're back home, of course, to do some more charity work. But congratulations on winning the pageant again.
Thank you so much.
Mrs. New Jersey pod.
Yes,
is that it?
Mrs. So
Mrs., yeah.
Different from the Miss level.
Yeah.
Mrs. for married woman. And
okay.
I took a long break before getting back into pageants. So it definitely feels good to be back and represent the married woman population.
And what's interesting is you won this pageant just 4 weeks after giving birth to your second child.
Yes, that is right. It's very crazy
Wow.
time.
I can imagine 4 weeks after giving birth and you're on the runway, you're on the stage.
Wrapped up in my waist trainer and all.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and I didn't expect it because we actually didn't plan the second baby. She just kind of came. And
Oh, really?
I was like, I'm just going to go for it. I mean, she just came through Immaculate Conception. And then all of a sudden.
But I'm just wondering how you were able to do that like 4 weeks after giving birth.
It was challenging, very challenging. And I told myself that I wasn't going to drop out because I wanted this to be an inspiration to women that are married everywhere, to know that just because you have children, just because you have this new phase of life where you're constantly giving yourself, you don't have to give up on your dreams, and there's nothing you can't achieve as long as you put your heart to it.
Wow,
So
it
that's
must
what I
have
did.
taken a lot of work.
A lot of planning, a lot of getting out of my normal rhythm of just being this super entrepreneur and moving at my own pace and learning how to establish rhythms and not hardcore routines, because any parent will tell you life with children is very challenging and
Yeah.
unpredictable, and you have to kind of go with the wave of how life changes. So I have a very supportive husband, thank God,
Yeah.
because it takes a lot of commitment to also be a pageant queen, doing appearances and talking and traveling and all this
Yes.
too. So
I mean, I was really going to ask you how you apportion the roles because 4 weeks after giving birth, he's got to be on like full-time daddy duties. You know what I mean? You've got
Yes.
to express and give it to him like, yo, you got to feed the baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, how did you make that balance?
well, a lot of pumping and freezing ahead of time for sure,
Yeah.
because I was still breastfeeding at the time.
Yeah.
And again, just kind of learning how to really share our time together, that was definitely very challenging. And it took a village. You know, we had to get support from my sisters and babysitters, and, you know, it's still being able to share our time as parents, being home
Yeah.
with the kids, and committing to only doing 1 or 2 things a day versus trying to conquer the whole day with all of my normal business activities, which is hard. It's hard to slow down when you're a person that's always on the go like that.
I mean, what makes you so committed to this course? I'm curious.
There's something to me. I've always had this love for pageantry, and it's always been hard for me to really explain. But there's this beauty that I see, and that I've seen working in the past with other women that have done pageants, that it puts you in this place where you have to sit down and think about who is the best version of me. What do I represent? What is my passion? What is my purpose? How can I be in the best physical shape of my life? How can I be in the best mental shape? You know, and how can I really be a leader? And there's something beautiful about that process, because outward beauty is great. You can have, a nice face beat, your hair done, all of that. But then when the woman is actually able to step out and look at her life and say, okay, I want to advocate for sexual abuse awareness because I was a victim of sexual abuse, or, they had a disability growing up, so now they're doing something with supporting children with disabilities and awareness. And that full circle moment where they find that healing and that light that comes out of them, to me, is so beautiful. And I've always wanted other women to be able to find their purpose in life by using a platform like pageantry. And that's
Okay.
why I go so hard for it.
You're not new to pageantry. You've been doing it for a little bit. Take me through
quite
the
a
journey.
while. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My first pageant was in 2005.
2005.
Yeah. At my college campus for a
Wow.
fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma, and I won that pageant. So that was great. Then I went on to do Miss New Jersey USA. I was only a finalist. I didn't win that, but then I started to develop a platform, autism awareness.
Okay.
I'm very passionate about working with children, and that was actually how I discovered my current profession. Another reason why I'm so passionate about pageantry, because it takes you on this journey of just self-discovery. Then I went to do Miss Ghana USA, which is where I started to get very passionate about coming back home, making sure that I'm taking my newfound talent and resources and profession and skills back home as well. And I was second runner-up then. And then after that, I went behind the scenes, just kind of supporting other pageants that were going on, also supporting Ghanaian women. And now, after having babies, I did my dissertation, research, and my doctorate to support all these projects that I have going on now in Ghana, which all came from doing pageants. And then I'm now Mrs. New Jersey.
Wow, this is really cool. I think we need to start a Mrs. pageant here in Ghana.
Well, I think so too.
Have you thought about probably setting it up?
Well, I think we should all stay tuned and just kind of see what happens.
That'll be good. You need a PR manager. I'm here.
All right, yeah, absolutely.
No, that'll be so exciting,
Yeah,
to see married women go on full out, to showcase and, stand for
Absolutely.
something.
I always
Yeah.
say, like, there's so many, when you get to the stage in life, you are such a different person.
Yeah.
You've lived life, you've kind of discovered who you are, or you're really deep on that path, and everything you do has so much more meaning.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest world trailblazers and movers and shakers are like married women, or, women who are now mothers, and it's like they have this extra drive to really push for their dreams. And I think it needs to be highlighted. We look at married women too much as the woman that is just in the kitchen cooking and cleaning. She has on a big apron and a dress to the floor.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that if that's me on some days, But on other days, I like to be fierce. I like to dress up in my gown. I like to go out and speak to other people and advocate and show that I can still be a leader. I can still be a mom and have everything I want in life.
Okay. Now, you are an occupational therapist.
Yes.
And do you see any gaps with regards to your profession here in Ghana?
Absolutely. Well, there were no occupational therapists for a while. I would say For years. I just heard that there was one graduating class that just finished maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, and I don't believe that that class is versed in pediatric occupational therapy, which is a huge gap that I've seen over the years coming. And I made it my goal to then continue to create a space where these families and children and teachers, professionals can come and learn more about how occupational therapy can further the development and independence of children with disabilities. And it's to the point now where I feel that even within Ghana's educational system, this is something that needs to really be supported from a public education level, and not just for people who may be privileged or have access to certain services privately as well.
Is that the focus of your nonprofit, Raising Hope?
So that's one aspect of Raising Hope. So Raising Hope actually started with just supporting people who were orphaned and different vulnerable children in Ghana, because my mom was working with a group of orphans, and it inspired us to support her because she couldn't find any funding or support for that. And then it progressed as I became an occupational therapist. I added in supporting children with special needs because there was a huge gap there, as we're talking about as well, where the children with special needs are not accepted because they're not understood. People have looked at certain children that have, I would say, like invisible disabilities because they're not physically handicapped or blind, but they have learning disabilities or they have intellectual disabilities, and it looks like they might be misbehaving, or they might just, they say that they're insane, but there's actually many children with special needs that are very smart, have very high IQs. But because people don't understand how their body works and how to help them regulate their bodies, they are kind of just written off. And then there's no space for them, and there's no way for them to learn how to be in the community and to function in the community. So that's what I'm passionate about.
Oh, good stuff. There's also Super Role Models.
Yes.
What program is that?
Okay, so actually another program I just started doing here in Ghana, but I've been doing for quite some time, is a mentoring program. Again, inspiring different women who have lived through different adversities in life, whether it be a mental health challenge, a physical health challenge, or a social health challenge. And you can see the theme here as an occupational therapist, all about helping people who are disenfranchised or in a position where their quality of life and things that are meaningful to them are being challenged, or they're being, stifled or taken away from them, and giving them an avenue to find how to function beyond that adversity or beyond that disability, and be able to get out in the community and be all that they want to be. So with women coming from pageantry, actually that's where the Super Role Models was inspired. There may be some women that don't want to do a pageant. They don't want to get out there and step on a stage and do all of these activities, but they still would benefit from this life-changing process. And that's where the mentorship and Super Role Models comes about.
So, I see you doing all of these things like some superwoman trying to save the world. You want to inspire people, you want to mentor people. Who inspires you?
Well, I have quite a few inspirations. I would say, my mom is a huge one. She was that superwoman and still is that superwoman to me. Strong Ghanaian woman. And Ghanaian women, they don't give up very easily. Very resilient. She's been through a lot in life. And that's the character that I took after. Actually, she was a physical therapist. So we're both, I would say, in that healing profession.
Yeah.
And when your heart is in that kind of area, it's like there's so much satisfaction that comes from just giving and supporting others and helping them feel whole.
Yeah.
And it's just something that my soul just can't move away from. It feels right to just be in that path. So I would say my mother's the biggest, in addition to Michelle Obama.
I'm thinking, the thinking behind that question was like, you're giving off so much of yourself, and at some point you also need a refill. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking, like,
But that's the pro and con of being this kind of person. You get to a point where you're like pouring, and then at some point you kind of forget about yourself.
Yeah.
Especially as a mom. So it is something I'm still working on as well. Taking that time out for just myself, my family, my husband, learning how to balance all of that, because you can get very kind of caught up in the melee of it all.
What really has all of this taught you? Any lessons?
Well, definitely has taught me that, number one, my family is more important than anything else. Before everything that I'm doing. But two, not to take life or anything for granted, to know that beauty comes in all sizes, shapes, forms, abilities, or not. and to know, actually to have my own self-confirmation. This whole journey for me started from me not loving myself because I didn't think I was beautiful. I thought my dark skin was something that was, I guess, a bit of a curse. I tried to change my skin tone, bleach my skin. Didn't work.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I did when I was younger. And I realized now as a woman that it's actually the most beautiful part of who I am. And I want to spread that message to other people who feel like they're different. They're not accepted by societal norms for whatever reason. And for them to know and understand that the most beautiful aspect of who they are is their uniqueness.
Any regrets on this path?
Regrets. I would have to say no. Only that sometimes I was that type of person that didn't always let my light shine. And that's another thing I want to promote as well. You know, you shouldn't dim yourself down because you feel like you're making someone uncomfortable or they're not used to seeing someone like you or being around someone like you, but to really fully allow yourself to just shine. I would say at any moment where I didn't let that light shine, that's probably the only regret I have.
Oh, dear. Shine bright like a diamond.
That's right.
She's joining your fraternity soon, you know. And she's showing off all the bumps and
Yes, I love it.
Good stuff. Dr. Ellen Osei James. You're a ball of fun. I'm grateful that you came by today. Now, tell us about some of the projects you're doing in Ghana and probably how we could follow.
Okay, well, you can follow my general Instagram at Dr. Ellen James, DrEllenJames. And I just did a program today, actually, at the Autism Awareness and Care Training Center. And we supported children with autism there, just having a fun day, owning who they are, and beyond any type of fear of what other people may think, and teaching them how to use things that are naturally occurring in Ghana.
Yeah.
And using the activities they do every day. That is another passion of mine, is to teach people to understand how to not be dependent on outside resources. So that is one thing I've been doing and will continue to do here in Ghana. And the other thing is to continue with my Super Role Models programs, where we'll do like quarterly mentoring events where women from vulnerable populations, and I say that because a lot of events I've been to, we have women that are coming out that already have access to a certain network or a group of people. And, you know, then you have women who may be coming from some remote area or a village somewhere that may really want to come out on the scene as an entrepreneur or get support, but would never know how to get access to that kind of event or arena. So trying to tap deeper into those areas as well and hold programs for all women.
I'm happy you came by. Thank you so much, and we'll catch up with you here in Accra. I know you'll be back again, and you're here for a little bit. So thank you so much for coming by, and thanks a lot to Mr. as well.
Yes,
Mrs. New Jersey 2021, Dr. Ellen Osei James here on Joy 99.7 FM.